I'm on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Sun, the planet of light and life, will move in the sign of Aquarius, which is 7th from the sign of Leo. Now it will move out from the clutches of Saturn. No longer it has the effect of Pap Kartari of Sagittarius, or Ketu's presence of Scorpio, or Saturnian effect of Capricorn. Now it is completely in alignment with Jupiter. This is the grand combination of soul and knowledge. So this is a transit of seeking, not believing, but somebody who seeks the knowledge, somebody who is seeking the light, somebody who wants to get out from the clutches of darkness and wants to see the light of life. On 13th of February, this transit will happen and will continue till 15th of March. The transit of Sun and Jupiter may make Guru go combust. Once Guru Tara gets down, for which I will make another video of combust Jupiter, that will happen around 19th of February, marriages, the muhurt of marriage goes down. What it wants is, it wants you to connect with yourself and your family, your near and dear ones, and your surroundings. On one hand, Sun brings the power of Leo. On the other hand, Jupiter brings the power of Pisces and Sagittarius. So wherever your Aquarius is, although I will explain now for each ascendant, but wherever your Aquarius is, that will hold the key to success. And you can resolve any matter that is associated with Leo, Sagittarius and Pisces in your chart in this 1 month. I'm not saying that there is going to be a miracle and there will be a magic wand who will solve all your problems, but no. You will get the guidance, you will get the right path, you will get the enlightenment, and that information that is very much necessary, because there can be multiple paths in front of you. And the dilemma is, which path should you take? And that dilemma will come to an end when Sun and Jupiter will join hands in Aquarius. It's a humanitarian transit. It's a blessing on humanity. It is the grace of God. It is the divine healing energy showering down upon us. And whoever is willing to receive with full grace and full acceptance, with full gratitude, will directly see and feel the benefits of it. And one who is resistant for change, one who doesn't want to give up on the ego, one who is unwilling to leave the darkness behind, will have no option but to face the resistance, because Sun and Jupiter is by far the biggest combination, even by the volume or by energy. And Aquarius is the sign of air. It will expand like anything. The only downside of this can be some tornadoes, some water and air related catastrophe at some part of the world. But overall, if I see, this transit will only bring you good results, benefits financially, markets may stabilize, things will move in a positive direction. Yes, there can be a counter that Jupiter will go combust. But a combust Jupiter only means that you need to be more aware. Your ego shouldn't overtake your life. Whoever brings too much of pride, too much of ego will suffer, because you should not forget that Saturn will still be 12th from this transit. All the losses of Sun and Jupiter is at the hand of Saturn. The day you show ego, Saturn will be triggered, and whatever is positive about Sun and Jupiter that was supposed to come in your life will be blocked by Saturn. On 26th and 27th, Mars and Venus will move into Capricorn. Mars will also become exalt. What else do you want? Sun and Jupiter combination in Aquarius, and Mars, Venus, Saturn, Mercury in the sign of Capricorn, where Mars is exalt, show power-packed transit. But wait, now you have 6 planets in Saturnian zodiac. That means Saturn will have the final say. So if you follow the Saturnian way of life, if you follow the responsible way of life, if you fulfill your duty, go for your needs than your wishes, go for a minimalistic lifestyle, connect with the nature, have an inclusive mindset, you will see that this transit will give you the maximum benefit possible. It will plant the seed of your own success that you will, whose results, whose fruits you will bear after a few months. You can't escape the Saturnian energy. Everything is under the umbrella of Shani. Yes, Rahu may affect this, but well, the dispositor of Rahu, Venus, is close to Mars in Capricorn after 26th. Not only that, towards the first week of March, Mercury will move towards Aquarius, and there will be Sun, Jupiter and Mercury conjunction in the Aquarius zodiac sign, which is more talking about consciousness, expansion, ascension. So chant Vishnu Sahasranam, especially in the second week of March, because that will benefit you the most. This is the time of light. This is the time to find true identity. This is the time to find true purpose. And who will find true purpose by expansive thought process will see not only the growth in career, but also will see the growth in their personality. This is the transit where you can convert your losses into gains, but there is no place for greed in this transit. Let's start ascendant-wise analysis to understand what is the tips for each ascendant that will help you understand more about Sun transit in Aquarius. Aries ascendant. For you, Sun rules the 5th house. The Sun will go in the 11th house, and this is a very good time for financial growth, converting your learning and education into source of income, following your passion. And when Sun goes in the 11th house along with Jupiter, it means that your network circle will expand and you will meet some high profile people. You will meet and will get the help from some learned professionals, people who are well equipped in the knowledge that can help you steer into the path of growth and righteousness. Chant Vishnu Sahasranam and Gayatri Mantra to get the benefits of this Surya. Aquarius has properties that is somewhat opposite to Leo. Leo is on one hand the king's kingdom, the king's palace. On the other hand, Aquarius is, you can say, the marketplace. When Sun and Jupiter goes there, it is the king who wants to study the marketplace. So for you, if you really want to get success, you need to study the surroundings, study the market before you take any decision. After gaining a lot of knowledge of whatever you want to do in life, whether it is personal or professional, if you acquire knowledge and then you take the step, the Sun transit will be absolutely beneficial for you. There is no negativity in the Sun transit for the sign of Aries. You will get the maximum out of this, be it your marriage, be it your profession, be it your passion or finances. But the only thing that can hamper this is pride and ego. Sometimes Sun and Jupiter can give you the sense of pride because you are being appreciated. So stay grounded and you will see that you will get a very pleasant time when Sun will be in the sign of Aquarius. Taurus ascendant. Sun rules your 4th house and Sun goes in the 10th house. While the Sun is in the 10th house, it is with Jupiter, which is the 11th lord. Some matters in your home can dominate the career. Try not to get affected too much by the matters in the personal front, so much so that it starts affecting your career. Because if it does affect your career, then it can actually hamper your source of income. But overall, this is a very positive time. 4th lord in the 10th house. It also shows that you will soon become more and more comfortable in your career. You will start getting more and more connected to your own career, to your own livelihood, to your own industry. This also means that if you want to change your career into core field, this is the right time. To buy a property, to build an asset, this is also the right time. This is also the right time to create revenue out of your assets. So for people who want to earn through real estate, who want to earn through automobile industry, this is a very good time. This is also a very good time for people who are employed in teaching, learning and education, academics, because Sun and Jupiter in the 10th house really gives benefit, because Jupiter along with the Sun, although combust, will aspect 2nd and 6th house, which is more about finances and running day-to-day activities. Sun and Jupiter in the 10th can also make you famous, can also give you stardom because of your knowledge, because of your performance. So keep your performance up to the mark and try to be as professional as possible in your career or in your business. From the relationship perspective, if you observe Ketu being in the 7th house, this can increase the happiness of your spouse. So there is an overall happy environment happening at home. Try to do Gayatri mantra chanting. Everybody in your family should do that, and try to remove Vastu Dosh, because this is the time when removing Vastu Dosh will bring prosperity and happiness. This is the transit of abundance for you. Gemini Ascendant. Sun rules your 3rd house. Sun will go in the 9th house. This is a good time to initiate career-related travel. Sun and Jupiter in the 9th house in the sign of Aquarius will not only give you the right path, it will not only bring you to the path of righteousness, but will also give you the sense of dharma, will also make you understand what is your duty and responsibility, and your action will be guided by Jupiter and you will be in the right direction. Jupiter being the 10th Lord and the 9th and the 7th Lord, this is a very positive position to improve not only your career but also your business and marriage. Just ensure that you will have to take matters in your own hand and you will have to take full responsibility, and you cannot expect a random help. You cannot expect to not work independently. It is more like an individual force rather than a teamwork. Try to follow the right advice, try to take the right advice, try to take the advice from gurus. 9th house is also the house of divine help. If you visit temples, if you go for pilgrimage, if your short travels, every day if you visit a temple near you, the Sun transit in Aquarius will not only give you a lot of blessings but will also heal you. And this will also heal the diseases, the negativity, because 9th house, Surya and Guru is the best possible combination one can expect even in a transit. Make the best use of it. Cancer Ascendant. For you, Sun rules the 2nd house and it goes in the 8th house. Sun and Jupiter's presence in the 8th house talks more about investment, talks more about your connection with your father-in-law, talks more about the help coming from the in-laws, and also people who are looking for inheritance. This is the right time to work, to take the initiative towards this direction. Sun and Jupiter will also make you aware about the loopholes in your business, loopholes in your life, and your task will be to address it immediately. The more you address these problem areas, the more secure your life will become, because Sun is here to make you more secured, more stable, and you need to ensure that you are doing this by following the right path. Sometimes shortcut is not the way out. The more you try to go for shortcuts, the more troubled your life becomes. 8th house, Sun and Jupiter shows the path that can actually pull you out from any kind of trouble. And if you are really stuck in any problem, chant Vishnu Sahasranam, and if you are neck deep in problem, chant Gajendra Moksha. Sun and Jupiter from the 8th house also means that your taxation should be corrected. People who are doing business, any business, will get impacted in a positive way by this transit. Although Jupiter is combust, doesn't mean that it won't perform well. For you, Jupiter rules 6th house and it becomes Vipareet Rajyog, and in this case, the presence of Sun only makes it more positive. One advice, do not fight elderly people, don't go against your boss without any proof, and even if you have to go against anybody, go diplomatic and follow the path of righteous dharma and follow the right way, the more aligned you are with the Saturnian way of life, the more positive Sun transit will be for you. Leo Ascendant. Sun rules your first house. It goes in the 7th house along with Jupiter. This means you will have to connect with your spouse with the surroundings. You need to spread light and positivity in the surrounding and spread the knowledge. If you know something, let others know about this. This will resolve issues in your marriage because you have to be physically present there. So if you want to escape the situation, this is not the right time. This is the time to be available for everybody. This is the time to be available for your friends and family. And your personal inputs in your business, your personal inputs in family members, your advices will matter. So you will be the one who will be the guiding light. So your role will be to be everywhere. You have to play the role of the king, the Leo you are. And this energy exchange will give you the power of the 5th house. And therefore you can start your business with support of the blessings of so many people. So start helping, start doing charity, start doing some social activity. And people who want to start a new business, this can be the right time. So look into your chart, and if it is favorable, you can look out for some serious beginnings, a new inning in your career. With perspective to marriage, it means you can connect more with your spouse. So this is the right time to address negativity in the marriage. And this will resolve issues between the couple. You can resolve it by diplomacy, by knowledge, and by the path of dharma. Your wishes will also be fulfilled when Sun will be in this house, because Sun, while it is in the 7th house, will aspect your first house. Expect some criticism, take it constructively, and when you are stuck, take the advice of a learned person. Any help that you can take is always preferable in this case. Connect with your surrounding, go to the nature, go to temple, and be spiritual. Virgo Ascendant. Sun rules your 12th house. It goes in the 6th house. This is a Viparit Raj Yoga. But this time, 6th house will see the presence of the 7th Lord and 12th Lord. You will have to address issues in your marriage. You will have to address issues and loopholes in your business. This transit will enlighten you about your roles, duties, and responsibilities, especially if you are Virgo moon. So you will see that you will not only get new job, new roles, new responsibilities, it will give you the growth that you always wanted. But you will be asked to give back to the society. You will be asked to give back as a good dharma. You will have to follow the way of the horoscope. That means your every horoscope has its own structure, has its own say, and you have to listen to that. Sun and Jupiter in the 6th house doesn't mean that there will be many enemies. It means you will be now aware who your true enemies are and who your true friends are. This is the time of realization. Some things can be difficult, some things can be easy. But remember, ultimately it's a Viparit Raj Yoga. That means the more adverse the situation is, the more successful you will get. So I will say, this is the time for success, especially in your career, and you can successfully save your marriage if you are in a difficult marriage. It also means that you may have to travel for your work, travel safely. Sun and Jupiter in the 6th house will also heal you. So if you have any disease, you will see proper medicine and proper guidance. I don't see any negativity in this transit, but you may see, because it is 6 from the moon, and moon doesn't like the 6th house. Follow the discipline and you will see the path of success. Libra Ascendant. Sun rules your 11th house. It moves in the 5th house. Now, 11th Lord coming in 5th house means your money will be invested in learning. It is very good transit for students, but it is also very good for people who are in corporate, who are doing business, but wants to learn, but wants to expand. Here your wit and skill, your wisdom will be very much applied in order to solve the problems in day-to-day activities of life. 11th Lord in 5th house means you will also meet a long lost friend, or you will also gain a very good friendship, a very good association with some learned person with some good human being. Accept that association and you will see it will be fruitful for you. Fifth house is also called as Putra Bhava, the house of children, son and daughters. Sun and Jupiter in this house also shows that your money, your income will be invested towards your children. So people who are looking for IVF, who are looking for medical cure for the childbirth, this is the right time. At least you will get proper guidance, you will get proper doctors who will help you, who will suggest right way so that you can conceive. For others, it means that your wisdom will increase, your creative expression will increase, and the way you will express yourself will show your true colors, your true personality. And for students, this is a very good time because whatever you learn, you will get to know which areas are your strength and which areas is your weakness. Improve your strength, rely on your strength, and work on your weakness, because this is the right way when Sun will move in the sign of Aquarius. Scorpio Ascendant. Sun rules your 10th house. It goes in the 4th house. Now you will start feeling more comfortable from your career. But now matters of career front can affect your personal life also. So work-life balance is very much necessary. Lethargy may kick in. You would want to be more comfortable in your life. That's okay. But ensure that you are fulfilling your duties and responsibilities before looking out for comfort. Already Ketu is on your 1st house, scraping through ascendant, scraping your personality, making you something new. And when Sun goes in the 4th house, this 1 month will tell you what actually keeps you happy, what you actually need to be happy. So if you are finding happiness, this is the right month for you. Chant Gayatri Mantra, go for full devotion. You can also go and visit an ashram. You can also visit some spiritual place. 4th house is ashram, home. And when you do that, you will get the power, you will get the urja, the energy. So go to a Shakti Peeth. Go to a temple that is ancient. And for those who are not in India, where the possibilities of going into a temple is not possible, you can actually visit a friend, a relative with whom you can connect, with whom the vibe is very strong. And because that will give you a collective growth, it will give you a collective happiness. Try to work on your happiness, meditate and follow a holistic lifestyle. You will see a remarkable growth in the Sun transit, because this is the transit that you needed the most since Ketu moved in your 1st house. Sagittarius Ascendant. Sun rules your 9th house. It is the ruler of your destiny, Bhagya, Dharma. It goes in the 3rd house with Jupiter. It makes you a preacher, it makes you a teacher. You have the role and responsibility in the society to spread the power of Dharma, spread the word of Bhagavad Gita, spread the word of positivity. So wherever you go, try to spread light. Go for temples that are at the short distance, or at least pray in your home temple. Sun and Jupiter in the 3rd house shows the right way of action. But the action should be devoid of ego, pride, and self-praise. If you're doing things for other people, do it selflessly. Selfless acts will fetch you the right way of life. You can't ask more from this transit. Lagna Lord Jupiter and 9th Lord, which is Dharma Lord Surya, gets associated in the 3rd house. 3rd house is the house of Purusharth, capacity of work. So this only improves you in your life. It improves the way of life. It improves the capacity of work. So expand, because expansion is the theme of this transit. But expand in a way that is inclusive. It doesn't contradict the way of life, the way of Dharma. And it is more spiritual. And it is more energy-wise positive. Not only it gives you the growth, but also people who love you. Overall, this transit is beneficial for students, for teachers, and for others. It's a transit of learning, it's a transit of devotion, where there literally God is giving the power in your own hand. You have to decide what you will do with that power. Will you use it for yourself, or will you use it for collective humanity? Capricorn Ascendant. For you, Sun rules the 8th house. It goes in the 2nd house. It means money that has been saved, money that was invisible, will now come into your bank account. This means your loans can be paid off by inheritance. If you have invested your karma, your time and effort, you will get the results now. Saturn is in your 1st house and you were feeling the block, but now Sun in the 2nd house will give you the necessary relief. Sun and Jupiter gives you the blessings that affects not only your family life, but also financially, your career, your children, your business. Everything gets affected in a positive way. The help can also come from your in-laws. People who are working with crowdfunding will see a very positive growth. People who are influencers, who are into social media, who are doctors, who are teachers, who are basically the one who influences the minds of the young people in the society, will see a very positive growth. They will be respected. And if your karma is straight, if your karma is in the right direction, if you're not trying to harm anybody, you will see the best possible financial growth. At least the seed of that growth will be planted when Sun will be in the sign of Aquarius. This is the best financial transit for you. Aquarius Ascendant. Sun moves in your 1st house. It rules the 7th house. This means that your identity is now getting illuminated. That means you will also get recognition in society and you will get to know your true strength and true power. Good time for career growth, good time for marriage, good time for everything. But this is the best time to recognize yourself. There are cases where people feel down because they, in their own eyes, are incapable, insufficient. Now is the time to prove yourself right. Don't prove the world, but prove yourself. When Sun from the 7th house goes in the 1st house, it means the light is coming from everywhere. Wherever you see, you will see positivity. So be positive, because you can heal any problems of your life in this month, because this is such a positive and marvelous transit. There can be claims that Jupiter is combust, but doesn't matter. A combust planet will work equally. The power doesn't go down, it just remains invisible. But that's fine. Jupiter rules your 2nd and 11th, it's financial power. Financially, you will grow, you will meet powerful people, you will rise up the ladder, and whatever efforts you will put in this 1 month will result in your own success. In people will know you, you will become famous, you will become visible. So people who are looking for exposure, people who are looking to work in the public sphere, public sector, people who are willing to lead a team, this is the right time. With respect to marriage, if you don't show ego, if you are showing mutual respect, any problem can be solved when Sun will be in this house. Overall for you, this is an enlightening transit. Pisces Ascendant. Sun rules your 6th house. The Sun goes in the 12th house. This means the duties and responsibilities will always be on your mind. You will always worry about being right. So stop being right. You need to work on your subconscious brain. So let the Gayatri Mantra play when you are working, when you are doing some good activity, day-to-day activity. Let some mantra or bhajan play in the background so that it treats your subconscious mind. Sun and Jupiter in the 12th house will benefit people who are working with foreign clients, export and import, who wants to travel to foreign country, who want to travel far off places, who want to convert their losses into gains, who want to heal, people who are suffering from an unexpected court case. Relief will come from all angles to you. Jupiter and Sun in the 12th house means you will have to give up something to get something. So if you're willing to let go, this is the time when the definition of let go will come into realization. And once you let go of that one particular thing that is holding you back, you will see a direct exponential growth in your life. So that was the take for the 12 ascendants and all about Sun transit in the sign of Aquarius. I hope you will like this video, and if you like, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. Follow on Instagram and Telegram for reels and other engaging stuff. And for consultations, please drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box below. And for a general remedy, Sun and Jupiter is the king, the Raja and the Guru, the teacher, the mentor and the soul. This is a grand combination of knowledge and light. So the definition of seek the light comes true for this transit. Chant Saraswati mantra, Om Aim Saraswatye Namah, 7,000 times, or any time that you want, that you feel that you can connect with in this 1 month, and you will see the magic of knowledge and the magic of wisdom and the blessings of divine coming to you. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, this is your host Puneet. Namaste.